Okay, I woke up really depressed, so I'm going to show you how I cheer myself up for $0.00. I struggle with mental illness. I have anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder, which was a fun one. I didn't know that was happening, and I'm not trying to share my entire doctor's note with you, by the way. I'm just trying to maybe create some community. I run a program for Black artists, and it's for surviving. So very often we tell ourselves that we have to have everything together to teach people things, but no. So while I'm making this, I'm going to show you exactly what I do to make myself feel a little better and be productive again. So I went to the gym, and then I showered, and I picked some really baggy clothes, like big, baggy, nothing clothes when I feel sad. And I think you should too. If you want to just wear sack when you feel bad, go ahead, dress how you feel. Then we went to the candy shop. This actually isn't for free, but it's optional. Sometimes I just come in here actually, not even to buy anything, just to look at all the yummy treats. It really cheers me up. So I got a very ridiculous shake. This is another thing I do to really cheer myself up, is I go to this place and get a gourmet, stupid, ridiculous, big shake that almost costs $14, and I do it when I can afford it. There's a sculpture too, and then that sculpture is actually made of chocolate. So this was my partner's, and he did a good job at showing us all the angles. And then we decided to go to the library. And yes, that is a whole piece of pumpkin pie attached to the shake. I told you I go overboard. And then we went to the library because that is my happy place, okay? I just paid them all of the money for my move and the amount of books that I probably lost. So some of them I found, but I was just like, you deserve the money. And one of my favorite books growing up was Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. And I genuinely do feel like every depressive day that I have is a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. And I have to do things that make things a little bit easier, like being with my books. As you may know from my ranting videos about Solange Knowles' so-called library, I loves me a library, okay? And specifically, I loves me a crafts and art instruction area, and I also really loves me a radical history area and philosophy area. One of my very favorite things is being greeted by my baby, my little dog, because he loves it. Anytime I'm gone, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, he is like, oh my gosh, I thought you were never coming home.
And then I don't mean to sound like, a young millennial, but I did just kind of talk to my friends about the day, and I shared what happened, and community felt good.
I actually shared in the Black Artist Path group chat. That's my program. We get together actually the last Sunday of every month. So if you wanted to be a part of the community, share your no good, very bad days where you're a Black artist and it's really difficult, then you are so welcome with us. So yeah, let's talk about my library. I will drop the Discord channel where you can learn more about our program in our thing. So these are some of the books I got. And what I'm doing here is I am doing my inner dialogue, which is also a part of our program. But I'm just writing everything out, including some affirmations at the end of it, because I'm sure it's going to be a bunch of negative self-talk at a certain point. And I actually wanted to share a poem that I wrote.
So during a session in one of our workshops the other day, I ended up writing a poem that I came back to, and it was about days like this. And I'm not going to lie, I didn't feel 100% completely better, but I at least felt a little better, like I could start to try again. So this is how it goes. Do you ever feel those horrible days where the sky is blue, but your heart feels gray, where the clock says 9 and then 4:30, and you don't understand time anymore, when ain't nothing about to be done anytime soon, and all your friends seem mad at you, when you can't work hard or fast enough because there's tons of stuff that makes it tough, and in these horrible, terrible, throwaway days, you might wonder what it feels like to pray. Would God listen to all the woes you throw her way, or would she give you more to take? When the love of your life is so far away, and you wonder if your dreams are half-baked, and you're hungry, so hungry, but there's nothing you want to make. Where a song's in your heart, but you hurt too much to put it into a strum. When you really want to drink, but your choices are hop water and non-alcoholic rum. When your family has gone far away and it's too irreconcilable to resolve. When all you want is a hug from your mother, but nothing can ever be her fault. I think of you sometimes, but for years you may have thought you were always on my mind from all the harm I caused. I'm sorry I leave you behind at times. I cannot describe your loss. But once I found my way back to you, to me, throwaway days were the cost.